On, guys? Back at you again, and it's been a few days. Just been trying to get some rest. Trying not to get burned out because you guys got to understand. Talking about this NFL stuff, it burns a man out. It really does. So I'm looking forward into getting into some different content and just exploring and just seeing where it takes us, and just waiting until next year comes. But like you guys know, the off season, it goes just like that. Before you know it, the next season's back here. But yeah, we're gonna get a lot done in these coming months, and also we're gonna break down the NBA playoffs as well. But what you guys came for today was the Super Bowl breakdown, and I there's a couple things I was thinking about because a lot of talk about the Chiefs' run defense is not great. Oh, they can't stop the run. They can't stop the run. The Niners, all they got to do is run the ball. So the theme of the playoffs has been what? Whatever that team is good at, that tends to flail. So if a team is a good running team, they end up not running the ball or not being able to. If they're a good, defensive team, all of a sudden they can't play defense. That's what happened to the Browns, right? It happened. Literally every team did the opposite of what they were good at. Excuse me. And then the Ravens, right? Their running team, they didn't run the ball. They ran the ball 6 times all game. You know what I mean? So look for things like that. If you see the Niners come out, right, and they don't play to their strengths, like to what they would do to win a football game, then you know that they're not trying to win, or at least they're laying down for the first half. But I think if the Chiefs are going to win, the way they'll do it, they'll let the Niners come out with a lead, right? They'll let the Niners come out, boom, all of a sudden they're up 14 points, 17 points. Now the Chiefs are down at half, and I think they'll have Mahomes come back and win, like a Brady special. That's how they'll do it if they have the Chiefs win. I don't think they'll have the Chiefs, have the lead the whole game, dominate, like control the clock, control the ball, and they just dominate them all game. I don't see either team doing it. I think any team that wins the game tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Sunday, it's going to be a late night theatric. It's going to be a comeback win. It's going to be one of these quarterbacks setting up their team for a field goal to win or a touchdown to win. I guarantee you guys, because it's all about the Disney story. It's all about the quarterback episode, who they haven't revealed who the quarterbacks are. So I'm thinking the Niners could win, guys, because they've already said that Patrick Mahomes is not going to be on quarterback this year. And quarterback, as we know, that series, they follow the quarterbacks all year, and they usually follow the winning quarterback, right? So that should be a hint to us right there. So if it's not Patrick Mahomes this year, then it has to be Brock Purdy. So that's another reason why I think it could be the Niners. Now we're looking at the injury report. Let's see. I don't think anything crazy. Jerick McKinnon. Eric Armstead, Kittle. Those two are gonna play. They're not gonna miss the Super Bowl. Pacheco, Sky Moore. Wait, hold on. Keep an eye on Chris Jones, Pacheco, Sky Moore. All of a sudden, Sky Moore's back for the Super Bowl. He had like 2 touchdowns last Super Bowl. Let's see. Just bear with me, guys. This is all. I just loaded these screens up. I just got home from work, and I'm doing all this now. I haven't looked at anything, so this is all news to me. So I don't see anything on the injury report. But I mean, that one really wasn't a great one. CBS Sports. I don't even know I went to that one. She did not practice. Light practice, full practice. So looks like the Niners have a shorter list of injured players, but A lot of guys really aren't practicing. Kittle, light practice today. Are you serious? The game's on Sunday and he's lightly practicing. Like, say what you want. That could either mean that he's doing that because they're going to either win, right? Or they're going to lose. So he's not really trying to bust his ass to lose the game. So which one is it? Do you think he's coasting? Or do you think he's doing it because he's gonna lose? Because I mean, either way, you'd be coasting, right? Because if you're gonna win, why practice? I'm gonna win. If you're gonna lose, why practice? I'm gonna lose. So it's like a lose-lose, win-win situation. But then you look at the Chiefs side, you don't see Travis Kelce on there. So does that mean? Because look at this, you got full practices everywhere except Joe Tooney. Hopefully for them. Oh, he's not gonna play. I think he tore his pectoral. That's always a big injury. Trent Williams is just resting, so he just didn't practice. So that's weird. So that's just weird. Are the Niners gonna just tank this game? Because Trent Williams is by far their best player on the team. Without him, they have no chance of winning the game. Trent Williams is their best player, guys. Make no mistake about it. Believe me, he's the best tackle in the league, and he's their best player, Trent Williams, by far. So, for their best player just to not practice, just for rest, that's his injury, rest. So, I don't know, guys. That's kind of weird to me. Knee, foot, light practice. I don't know. These guys are all key guys, the top guys. Not the last guy down here. I don't know who this is, but these guys are all up here, all play. They're key guys, and they're all lightly practicing or not practicing. Meanwhile, all the Chiefs guys are practicing, minus a guy with a pectoral tear, right? And McKinnon, he's been out for a groin tear, and he lightly practiced himself. And he's coming off injury reserve. So, what does that tell you? I think the Chiefs might win, huh? Because that means all the players want to play. They're trying to get suited. And they're giving it their all. Because if you're going to lose, you're not going to practice hard. You're going to do this, right? You're going to slack a little. And this is all speculation, guys, right? I'm just speculating. I don't know. One player, full participant. There's no notes on the Niners. Kittle, limited. But expectation is they play on Sunday. Okay. So Kadarius Toney is gonna be back, even though I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. All right, so we don't know who we're picking with that yet. So now we come to this, the Madden reveal, what we've been waiting for. So, like I said, the last 5 years, this has revealed to us who the Super Bowl champion's going to be by terms of subtraction by addition, or addition by subtraction, however you want to say it. So, basically, the number one MVP player, they leave them off, right? And that's the missing player. That's the guy. That's the team that's going to win. So let's see how they set it up. Like I said, guys, I have not even looked at this yet. I'm just coming home now. So let's go reveals, right? Or is it reveals? No, that's something else. Recent. No, hold on. Players. So we'll go to players. The program Super Bowl present, right? Now let's apply this filter. So what we're going to do, how I'm going to try to do it, and how I've done it anyway the last few years, we're going to look at the depth charts, and we're going to basically play Where's Waldo and pick and see who's missing. Whatever player is missing, we're going to start to think, could it be him? Would it be him? And we'll go from there. And if no one is missing, we'll talk about that then. But stay with me here. All right, so now let's look here. So George Karlaftis, this is a Chiefs player. Oh, and they got Patrick Mahomes. Wow. Huh. guys. This throws a wrench, a little bit of a wrench, guys. A little bit of a wrench, but at the same time, it's not. You know why? It's not a wrench because you know why? I just realized why. Because he's a limited time card. So for those of you that don't know what that means, a limited time card, it means they're only available for a limited time. So a day or two, I think he's going to be available. While as these other cards that aren't limited time, you'll be able to get them through the game, through sets in the packs and cards and all that. There's so many ways to get these other cards. Whatever. If you know how to play, that's how you do it. But with these, you basically have to spend your money and rip open packs and get lucky and pray to God you get one. And that's the only way you can get them. So that tells me that it could be the Chiefs because Mahomes could still, even though he got a limited time card for this promo, he still could get the MVP, Super Bowl MVP card like he did last year. Because that's a whole separate card. Because last year, you got to remember, he got the MVP card, and that was a whole separate card. He literally got 4 cards at the same time, guys. I'm not even kidding you. He got a Team of the Year card, and it was a 97 or something. I don't know. Then he got an MVP card, right? And then he got a Super Bowl MVP card. And then he got some Redux card all around the same time. 4 cards, guys. So even though he got this right here, it doesn't mean anything. So don't think just because he's here, the Chiefs aren't going to win. They could be doing this because, guys, even though I'm a smaller channel, I get a lot of views, guys. I get a lot of views. So there's definitely people in the NFL. And there's also Jake also. He does a lot of this NFL stuff too. So they're looking at our stuff. There's guys they have watching our videos. So now they're looking at our programs and the way we pick games. So now they're going to start to be smarter. So I'm going to probably have to be smarter on the way I'm picking these games so they don't go against what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And Jake and all that. So we might have to be smarter in how we're doing and approaching this. So they might be doing this to throw me off. Because they know the last 4 years they made it easy for me. Oh, this year it was, or last year I should say. Oh, the missing player, they didn't have Mahomes. They had Jalen Hurts. Oh, so it's Mahomes, right? The year prior, who was the year prior? Oh, yeah, it was the Rams. They had every player except Cooper Kupp. So I was like, yep, it's the Rams. The Rams won. The year prior to that, it was the Buccaneers. They had every player on there. They had Mahomes. They had everybody except who? The GOAT, Tom Brady. And guess who got the MVP and the win? The Buccaneers. And that was a year prior to me starting doing this NFL stuff, guys. I didn't even start this NFL stuff until the next year. So I thought that was weird that I knew that and knew the who the winner was. And I wasn't even doing rigged NFL content. You know what I mean? So I could have been giving you guys this stuff years in advance. Like, it's just crazy, man. And the year before that, it was Mahomes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Mahomes because it was the Niners versus the Chiefs. And they had every player. They had Garoppolo. They had everybody. And they left Mahomes out, guys. And I called it out that year, too. Everyone was saying, oh, it's the Niners. Nope. I called everybody out on that one. And I want to say the year before that, I got that too. I want to say it was. I think it was the Atlanta Falcons year with an. No, I don't think it was that year with the Patriots. It could have been, but I don't think it was. Because that year they also left Tom Brady out. And everyone thought it was the Falcons, but I'm like, no way. Julio's there. They've already revealed Matt Ryan. Tom Brady isn't revealed. It's the Patriots, and I was right. And people were talking shit to me. They're like, they're down 28-3, bro. How is your theory going? And I was like, man, it's not looking good. But then I ended up being the smart guy in the end. So I don't know, guys. I'm not saying I'm always right, but what I am saying is I'm right a lot of the times. And it's not just a guess, you know what I mean? Like, I'd say it's like 5% my feelings and then 95% research based on the past and based on how the flow of the game is going. But anyway, I've been talking a lot. All right, let's see who's missing. Let's go by Chiefs players. So Karlaftis and Mahomes are two limited time cards. So that means they can still get other cards. So we won't count them. So and then the Niners, their limiteds are Deebo Samuel and Charvarius Ward. So these two can get MVP as well. But let's be honest. Do we think Deebo Samuels will have a better game than Patrick Mahomes? Because Mahomes is a quarterback. He touches the ball every play. He's the poster boy. Like, I don't know, man. Deebo Samuel, man, I just don't know. Man. Like, is he really going to be the face? I can't see it. So now, let's see. Chiefs player. Who's this guy? This is an outside linebacker. I don't even know who this is. Leo Chenal. Dude's fast as hell, though. Jesus. So, Leo Chenal. Alright, so he's an outside backer. I didn't even know. Outside backer. Chenal. What the hell? Oh, he's a middle back. He's a backup middle backer, and the game has him as an outside backer. Alright. Let's see. Valdez Scantling, wide receiver. Joshua Williams, cornerback. Huh? He's like a slot cornerback. Like, Jesus. They're going deep in the friggin' depth chart, I guess. Who else? Now they're going on to 92s. Mecole Hardman. Alright, so let's look at the Chiefs real quick. So Karlaftis. Stop. Karlaftis. This guy doesn't matter. Chris Jones, he already has a card. He's got a like a 94 already. It's like a season pass card. I already know about that one. But he's still, guys. Whoa, guys. I think Chris Jones can get an MVP card, too, because he has a Season 4 card. They probably did that on purpose because they knew that he could dominate the game and could get the MVP. So look out for Chris Jones, guys. You heard it here first. Chris Jones could get the MVP. I just thought of that now because he didn't get any playoff card. They gave him a season card. It's like a card you get for free that you upgrade. So anyone can get it. So they're not going to disrespect him like that. So look for him to just wreck the game and have a dominant game and possibly maybe be the MVP. Obviously, Mahomes, I know, I get it, but Chris Jones can make a huge play in the game that just changes the game. But anyway, Mike Dana, they didn't give him anything. He's actually due for something. These two guys, they're good, but not really worth much. Snead, he just got something, but nothing great. Justin Reed, didn't he just get something? Mike Edwards, Trent McDuffie. Whoa. Didn't this dude just get something? Justin Reed. I could be wrong. I thought Justin Reed got something. I could be wrong. I want to look it up. Justin Reed. Nope, he didn't get anything. So Justin Reed's due for something, guys. So Reed, his latest card was an 89 overall, guys. And he's a starting safety. He makes big plays. They rave about him. So him and Chris Jones are due for something. Mike Edwards also played on the Bucks, ex-champion. So he might get another ring on another team. So he's due. Like, those are two good safeties right there. This team, their DBs are better than I thought, actually. This defense is better than I thought. They downplayed them for them to actually be good. You know what I mean? No one thinks they're good, but they're actually good. Maybe they had them play bad on the run just so you would think they would be bad in the Super Bowl to end up being good. So we'll see. Look for their run defense to be stout all of a sudden out of nowhere. And the Niners not be able to run the football all of a sudden. And Chris Jones becomes this force in the middle that can't be reckoned with. But we're going to watch the tape. And we're going to see guys just moving out of the way or whatever they choose to do. Eeny, miny, mo. All right, let's look at Niners players. So we know about Debo and Charvarius Ward. Damn, if my mom named me Charvarius, I'd fucking hate her. I would hate her if she named me this. Jair. Like, Mom, why couldn't you just name me like Jason or like anything? Like, but Jair. Like, come on. Like, now everyone knows immediately I'm a black kid. Like, I don't want to, like, people to just label me all of a sudden. Like, I fill out a job application. Oh, yeah, this dude's definitely, like, black or, like, from Africa or something. Like, give me a normal name, Mom. Like, I know you want to give me something you want. Like, you want me to be all unique, but give me something to get through life. All right, I'm getting off topic, but that's just, like, come on now. Like, that's just, like, damn. Damn, damn, damn. So we got him. And then there's Brock Purdy. So they gave him a 95. So this is a card that you're going to be able to get anytime. So I don't think that he's going to be the MVP because they did the same thing with Jalen Hurts. They gave Jalen Hurts a set piece card. It's not disrespect, but they gave him something. He was due. They gave him a card, and that was his card for the game. I think that's what they're doing with Brock. Because let's face it, Brock is not on the same level as Patrick Mahomes. Like, he's just not. Brock is a citizen like you and I. Like, he's just a guy that inherited a Corvette. Like, he just has to drive the Corvette and just don't hit anything. That's it. That's all he has to do. Drive the Corvette. Drive the Porsche. Don't hit a guardrail. Don't hit any walls. Don't hit the garage door when you're pulling in. That's it. That's all Brock has to do. If you put Mahomes on this team, let's put it this way. You ask Kyle Shanahan. He'll do this in front of closed doors. Like, if you can do this trade, if you say trade Mahomes for Purdy straight up, he wouldn't even think twice. He would do that, and he wouldn't apologize for it. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, Purdy, the team made Purdy. Purdy didn't make the team. Don't forget, this team made it to the Super Bowl already with Jimmy. You know what I mean? This team already was good without him. They just need a quarterback to get them over the edge. And it begs the question why Tom Brady wouldn't come out of retirement to play for them if he knows they could win a championship. Because they're not scripted to, guys. That's what I'm saying. He knows there's a reason Brady retired when he did. He could have played another 3-4 years. He could have. But he knows it's not his time anymore. It's Patrick Mahomes' time. That's why he left. You don't think Brady knows his script? You don't think Brady knew, all right, it's time. I'm not going to win anymore. Like, it's over for me. Like, I got my 7. I know he's going to win the next whatever. Like, I'm not going to keep butting heads. Like, what am I going to play for if I'm not winning championships? So I think Brady knows, because Brady could have come back one more year and played with the Niners guys. Shanahan tried, but he knows he's not going to win a championship because they're not scripted to. Even if Brady came back, they wouldn't have scripted him. That's what that means, guys. Because think about it. If you're Tom Brady, think about it. And the Niners and Kyle Shanahan calls your phone and tells you, please, for one more year, we got everything lined up for you. We just need a guy to run the team, and we could win this whole thing. As Brady, you got 7. Why not go for 8? Why not? Anyone would do that. This team was set up way better than his Tampa team. You got everything set up perfectly. He didn't do it because he's not scripted to win. And who do we even know? How do we even know? Maybe that phone call didn't even happen and they just said it did. You know what I mean? But that's why I don't think it's gonna be the Niners either, because Brady would have came and played for them. They would have happily taken him over Brock and say, Brock, just sit here for a couple of years and watch how this guy does it. Because Brady's better than Purdy on this team. You put Brock on that team that Brady was on, he doesn't win 8 games. He doesn't win 8 games at all. He probably wins 4 games, Brock. 5, maybe. But the point I'm making, even if he wins 6 games, 7 games, he's not winning the 8, 9 games that Brady won. Because he's not as good. He's not as seasoned. That's the point I'm making. So now, Chase Young, you guys know how I feel about him. This guy, I don't think he's good at all. I think he's all hype. You can see the way he plays. He just runs by people. I've never seen him make a big tackle or a big play on. Like I've seen him make a strip sack here and there, very rare. But for as big as he is and how much they talk about him, he doesn't do anything. You know how much money he gets paid? He does nothing for all that noise. And we know Bozo has a card. Brendel. All right, so let's look at the Niners team. So we know Brock got a card, and it's a set piece. McCaffrey also, he got a free card. He actually got a free card, which is actually really good. So McCaffrey could get an MVP card as well. Because just like Chris Jones, they're not going to disrespect him with that. But at the same time, Christian McCaffrey might get a team of the year or an honors card. You know what I mean? So that's probably why they're like, we'll give a free card because he's going to get an honors card or team of the year. And Chris Jones, same thing. So there's a lot of players that might get honors cards. Justin Reed or team of the year cards. So that's why it's like it could be either or. It could be Super Bowl MVP, but there's only one. You know what I mean? There's only one of those. But the team of the year and the honors card, there's a bunch of those. It's basically the best players at their position. You know, so with San Fran, so we McCaffrey definitely could be a candidate, and Samuel because he got that limited time card. Brandon Ayuk. Let me see what his latest card was because he's actually due for something. Ayuk 92 team of the week. So he's due for something. I don't know what he's gonna get. I'm surprised they didn't give him a playoff card. So Brandon Ayuk is another candidate for an MVP. So I don't know. We'll see. George Kittle, he has a playoff card. So line, no one on the line is gonna get an MVP. Let's see. Chase Young, Eric Armstead, and Hargrave, they're due for something. Bozo already got something. Greenlaw and Warner, they got something. Ward got some, and this guy. And this guy, too. So, I don't know, guys. I think the Niners, they got a bunch of players. I think it's going to be the Chiefs. If I got to put my money on it, and my life is on the line, I'm putting it on the Chiefs, man. But that's what everyone's saying. Oh, I can't go against Patrick Mahomes. Like, are they really? Because you got to think, are they going to let... Because if you let Purdy beat Mahomes, that makes Mahomes look so small. Like even though, yeah, their team is really good, but at the end of the day, we're going to look at it as you lost to Brock Purdy, man. You beat Jalen Hurts, but you lost to Brock Purdy. You almost beat Tom Brady, but you lose to Brock Purdy, man. Like, it's just not a good look for his legacy to be losing to Brock Purdy. It's not good for the league. It's not good for anyone. And then it's going to, change how the league is going to be ran. And I don't think the league wants to go away from the quarterback being, the focal point. Unless the league is realizing, damn, these quarterbacks are making way too much. Let's scale it back. Let's change the league up and make it about having a good team so we can spread the money around instead of one guy. Maybe, guys, because they're realizing these quarterbacks are starting to have so much power now. So much power. So they're almost like owners of their own city, these quarterbacks, some of them. They can call the shots. You can't tell them nothing. And I think that's what they're realizing, man. I think the NFL might be changing the way they do business. They might be saying, hey, man, we're going to start building a good team and just getting decent quarterbacks. So what's going to happen to great quarterbacks? I don't know, guys. Are great quarterbacks just going to be left to the side on the street working at Walmart? Is that what we're going to be seeing in the next 5-10 years? Because people just don't want to pay them. Yeah, you're really talented, but we found another way to win a game. and win a championship. And we don't need the best guy. We just beat the best guy in the world with the last pick in the draft. So now, if we follow this formula, now we realize we don't need the best guy in the league. We just get the best team and build it around him. So I'm just saying, guys, there's ways they can go with this. And basically, whichever way they go, it's going to determine how the next 5 years is going to go. So if they let the Niners win, teams are gonna build their team based on the team and not a quarterback. Teams aren't gonna pick quarterbacks number one anymore. They're gonna wait on a quarterback. That's what's gonna start happening. Teams are gonna get smarter. They're gonna be like, you know what? Let's build our own line first, and we'll pick a quarterback in the 5th round, the 6th round, 7th round. Not going to be any point to pick him first, and now we have no O-line to block him with. Now he sucks because he can't stay upright. Let's get him the best O-line. Let's get him a great team around him, and then we get the quarterback. And then he just has to step in and fit right in and not be the man and be Superman. Because that's what we're going to be watching. We're going to be watching Superman versus game manager of a team. So it's hard to say which way it's going to go. Last year it was easier. I'll admit, guys, they kind of switched up how they did this. I think they saw my last year's video because it got a lot of traction on it. Someone from the NFL and Madden probably saw it, and they're like, yo, we got to switch it up this year, man. You can't not have the MVP up there. You just throw the MVP up there so they can't just pick them out. Because last year it was 2 seconds and I figured out the winner. This year I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's not as easy because they put Mahomes up there and they put Purdy up there. So, but I think it's easier to say it's Mahomes because Purdy is a set piece and Mahomes is a limited time, so he's gonna be gone in 2 days, and then you're not gonna be able to get him anymore. So it's almost like he's not in the game. Almost is basically what I'm saying. So I think Mahomes is going to be the guy. Because I think they'll give... Hold on, let me think. Because if they give that to Mahomes... Yeah, because the Super Bowl MVP gets the 99. And then Lamar's going to get the MVP of the season. That's usually a 98. So... Imagine it's Kadarius Toney that gets the Super Bowl MVP. He just gets 3 touchdown catches and gets the game-winning touchdown. The guy that hasn't played all the playoffs, like, I would laugh. The guy that couldn't catch a thing. I guarantee you, Kadarius Toney has a big game because the guy that couldn't catch anything all year, he's gonna be able to catch everything. Watch, the magnet's gonna be turned on for him. I just have a feeling, man. Because he's due for something, too. He's a starting receiver for them, guys. He's gotten dick for a card. I think. I'm going to double check. I could be wrong. Rashee Rice. Well, hold on. He's not even one of their guys. Never mind. Rashee Rice is due for something, too, I think. Scanling just got something. So we just got to see how they play it. But my pick, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I can't go against Mahomes. Yeah, other than that, I think we're going to go that way with it. If I think of anything else, we'll do that. I was going to go look at the line, but I forgot this is a Patreon video. So I'm going to go do that for Patreon, and then we'll go from there. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the breakdown, and also during the game, whatever videos I put out.